today is all about aluminium and how the things that we use it for is related to its properties. Let's get started by looking at the things that we actually use aluminium for. You probably already know some of these from your common sense. We use aluminium for making aircraft, so parts for aeroplanes and things like that. And we also use it for holding food, so things like aluminium foil we use for wrapping food. So let's have a think about what properties of aluminium make them useful for these purposes. For aircraft manufacture, you might think that the most important property for a material to have is that it must be light. But light is just relative to how much stuff you have. So a better word to use than light is always low density. So low density means that aluminium is a really light metal for its volume, for its size. So aluminium is low density that makes it really useful for aircraft. But you may remember that we said that pure metals were really soft. They're arranged in layers of positive metal ions, so that means that they are really malleable. The layers can slide over each other. And if you're building an aeroplane, then you probably don't want it to be that malleable. You don't want it to be moving in structure when forces are applied to it. So normally for this reason, we use aluminium alloys for aircraft just to make the material a little bit harder, but still as low density so that it fulfills those properties. So aluminium is normally used as an alloy for this form. In terms of food containers, the most important thing is that we need the material not to react with the food or with the air or anything around it. So we say that aluminium is resistant to corrosion. Now you may be a bit puzzled by this because just before on the reactivity series, aluminium is pretty high. It's pretty reactive. So why does aluminium not corrode? Well, the reason is that aluminium reacts with the oxygen in the air around us, but it makes a protective layer of aluminium oxide that sticks really, really hard to the surface of the aluminium. So this layer of aluminium oxide is entirely resistant to corrosion. It won't react with anything and therefore makes it really, really useful for those food containers. Okay, that's all for this video. Those are the two main uses of aluminium and how they relate to their properties.